Hello, I want to show you how I use an Eastern cast-on to start the garter stitch tab for top-down triangles. The tab is this little area right here that starts the shawl, and by using the tab you get the ridges from the garter stitch running in the correct direction from the very beginning. I like to use the Eastern cast-on, and to do that you need 3 double-pointed needles, and you start by holding 2 together. You take the yarn between the needles from the front to the back, holding the needles together. You wrap both needles the number of times that you require stitches. In this case I want 2 stitches, so I've wrapped 2 times. I have 2 wraps on the bottom and 2 on the top. I'll show you this again. You just take the yarn between the needles and you wrap both needles the number of times that you want stitches, then you bring the yarn to the front again. This allows you to start knitting the loops. I like to maneuver one needle back and I can start knitting the loops. I hold the tail and both needles together on the first row. That's especially important because the yarn tail is not really anchored at that point. I'm going to knit 7 rows. And this is row 2. That first row counts to get things going, and I just leave the bottom stitches on that needle. At this point they're not going to move, so it's good to use a wood or a bamboo needle or even a plastic needle as opposed to a metal needle, because the stitches will tend to slide off a metal needle. So I continue knitting, and you can see the stitches aren't going to go anywhere on that bottom needle at this point. So I continue knitting the same stitches for the 7 rows. I'm using glove needles. They're shorter double-pointed needles, but you can use regular length ones as well. These just go a little bit more smoothly for me. So I now have 6 rows. This is row 7. I knit the 2 here. Then I rotate the tab so that I can pick up and knit 1 stitch in each garter stitch ridge there. You can do it at anywhere in the ridge and you just scoop it up. That's 1, 2, and then 3. Now all that's left is to knit the 2 original stitches, which I can do now. And I have my 7 stitches to start the triangle. It looks like a mess because you have stitches going in 3 directions, but it'll soon even out and then the stitches will flow together.